you can't move like the rest. This age you're in right now, it's the one window that can transform you into a completely different player if you use it properly. You grew up watching Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, and from that moment, your dream was clear: become a professional footballer. You tried learning from YouTube, but most of the advice you got was random, feel-good tips that never actually pushed your level. That's why you felt stuck for so long. And if you're still training alone, without an academy, it feels even harder. But the truth is simple: you're not stuck because you're untalented. You're stuck because you've been following the wrong blueprint. Yes, everyone tells you to sleep well, eat clean, recover properly, and of course those things matter, but that's the basic foundation. Every player knows that. What separates you from the rest are the details, and the first mistake that is slowly killing your chances is avoiding the gym. Most young players have this dangerous belief: I'll get stronger naturally, I'll build muscle from just playing. No, you won't. Football has become a physical battlefield. If you lack strength, you get bullied. If you get bullied, you lose confidence. And when confidence drops, everything else collapses. Here's the truth nobody wants to hear: the gym is not about looking muscular, it's about surviving modern football. Every coach notices the same pattern. The technically good players who avoid strength work always fade when the game gets intense. They lose duels, they get knocked off the ball. They hesitate in 1v1s because they secretly know they aren't strong enough to fight for the ball. And once a coach sees that weakness, it sticks in his mind permanently. The gym fixes this faster than anything. Even 2 simple sessions a week change your entire presence on the field. Stronger legs mean faster acceleration. Stronger core means better balance during turns. Stronger upper body means you protect the ball like a grown man, not a kid. You don't need heavy bodybuilding routines. You don't need machines. You don't need protein shakes. You just need consistency. Body weight strength, dumbbells, resistance bands. That alone puts you ahead of 90% of players your age. The moment your body becomes harder to push, your mindset changes too. You stop fearing contact. You start trusting your movements. You play with authority. The second mistake almost every young footballer makes is poor communication. And I don't mean shouting, I mean the small, constant, intelligent communication that separates invisible players from players coaches immediately notice. Most young footballers stay quiet because they think talking is only for captains or older players. But here's the insider truth nobody tells you: a loud player looks like a leader even if he's not the best. A silent player always looks unsure even if he's skilled. Coaches don't have time to deeply analyze every player in a trial or a match. They judge quickly, and the easiest thing to judge: who controls the environment with their voice. Poor communication makes you look disconnected. Your teammates don't trust you, you don't trust yourself. You play like you're isolated on the field, and you miss so many opportunities simply because you stayed quiet. A simple shout like "turn," "switch," "leave" can transform a whole attack and make you look like the smartest player on the pitch. But if you say nothing, the play dies, and it looks like you don't understand the game even when you actually do. And here's the crazy part: you don't need to be loud or extroverted in real life. Communication on the pitch is not personality, it's responsibility. Look at the pros. Even the quiet ones like Iniesta, Kimmich, or Modric constantly talk, point, scan, direct. Not because they love talking, but because they want control. But here's the part most young players get wrong: communication doesn't mean shouting at your teammates every time they make a mistake. That doesn't make you a leader, it makes you look negative and emotional. And trust me, no coach wants a player who destroys team chemistry. Real leaders don't embarrass teammates, they lift them. When someone makes a mistake, they say, "It's fine, next one," or "I'm here, play again." That one sentence builds trust instantly. And when you make a mistake, which you will, those same teammates will support you instead of blaming you. That creates a team that actually wants to play with you, pass to you, trust you. Your voice is a weapon. It speeds up your team, slows down the opponent, and makes you look like a player who thinks ahead. When you talk, you lead. When you lead, you stand out. Silence might feel comfortable, but it keeps you stuck. The third big mistake that kills young football careers is this: you don't invest in yourself. You say you want to go pro, but the moment it's time to spend money on your dream, you disappear. You'll buy snacks, clothes, gadgets, video games. But when it comes to clean nutrition, proper boots, extra training, or traveling for a trial, you suddenly don't have money. If you get any pocket money, even a small amount, don't waste it, save it. Because that money can actually help you improve. Better nutrition, better gear, better opportunities. The fourth mistake is training without a real plan. Most young footballers think they're working hard, but they're actually just doing random drills every day. One day it's shooting, next day it's juggling, then dribbling, then fitness. No structure, no goal, no progression. And the crazy part? They repeat this for months and wonder why nothing changes. Here's the truth most players never understand. Random training creates random results. If you're training alone without a plan, your improvement becomes slow, inconsistent, and frustrating. You don't build any specific skill properly, you just get good at being busy, not good at football. Every academy player who grows fast follows a structure, not because they're more talented, but because a structured plan makes you improve 10 times faster. A real training schedule should do 3 things: target your weaknesses, repeat the same core drills until they become automatic, track progress week by week. Most players skip all 3, and here's the real painful truth. If you don't plan your training the night before, you're not serious. A structured plan doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as day 1, first touch plus ball mastery, day 2, finishing plus weak foot day 3, speed plus 1v1 moves day 4, passing plus awareness day 5, small-sided games / match IQ repeat, improve, track. When you stop training randomly, your game finally starts moving. You stop being just another hard-working player and become a player who improves fast. The 5th mistake is staying in your comfort zone, trapped in your room, complaining you have no equipment, no coach, no academy, no perfect ground, and using all of this as an excuse to not work. This mistake destroys more footballers than injuries. Most young players don't fail because they're bad. They fail because they refuse to start with what they have. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. Your comfort zone is making you slow, weak, and invisible. The best players didn't come from comfort, they came from chaos. When Ronaldo started, he didn't have fancy training cones or expensive facilities. He dribbled around bottles, he played barefoot, he trained on the streets, on dirt, on concrete. He used anything around him, walls, posts, stones, light poles, as training tools, and he kept going. Messi trained in small crowded spaces where you barely had room to breathe. That's why his close control became ridiculous. Neymar learned football in futsal courts where the ball never stopped moving. That's where his speed of thought came from. None of them said, "I don't have equipment, so I can't train." No one said, "I don't have cones, so I'm going home." No one said, "I don't have a coach, so what's the point?" They used what they had, and that became their advantage. You don't need a perfect setup, you need hunger. If all you have is a ball and a wall, you can become a monster in passing and first touch. If all you have is a small room, you can work on ball control, juggling, stability, mobility. If all you have is a small street, you can practice dribbling touches, turns, acceleration. If all you have is a field with no cones, use stones, bottles, sticks, anything. If you have absolutely nothing, you still have your body. You can work on speed, balance, agility, power, all without equipment. But most players don't want to accept this because staying in your room scrolling feels easier than going outside to train in imperfect conditions.